Hello and welcome to another macro video. Today we're looking at the normal template, and I want to suggest please that you should back it up regularly. If a word update crashes your normal template, which is not unknown, then you will save yourself an awful lot of anguish if you have got a recent backup. So what are we going to do? Well, you can't back it up unless you know where the normal template is. So how do we find the normal template? Well, by far the easiest I've now worked out is to produce a little macro. You can either type it out from the screen there, or it's available on my website, of course. But it's very simple, and you don't have to worry about the capitalization. It will sort that out. Okay, so if you run that macro, the result is a path name, and this works the same on Macs as on PCs. I'm demonstrating on a PC, but hopefully you should be able to do something pretty similar on a Mac. So if I copy that, which is the sort of thing that it will produce, Control C to copy. If I open a filer window like that, and I click in the whatever you call it, the path thing at the top there, so I've pasted it in there, press enter, and here we are. We're in the templates folder. There's the normal template, and that's what we need to back up. You can do a very simple backup by clicking on it, doing Control C and Control V, and that's a copy of it now. And then another day when I decide to do a backup, I can click on it again and copy it and paste it, and I end up with a second one. Fine, but it's quite nice to have I find a dated set of backups. So if you create a folder in this folder called backup, then you can have what I've got, which is a series of timed and dated backups, so I can see what's going on there. Okay, so what we need to do, if we go back to the templates folder, is you need to be able to get at this this folder without, well, I think it's easier to get at it without having to run the macro. So if we go up one level, I use the up button, but you can easily click the Microsoft there. There's templates down the bottom, so that's that folder inside this folder. So if I right click on that, I'm in Windows 11, so I haven't got the one I want, which is to create a shortcut. But if I click show more options there, then down here we've got create shortcut. So if I click that, create a shortcut, and the shortcut should be down here. There it is, templates.shortcut. So I can drag that and put it on my desktop, and it's disappeared over to the other screen. Okay, well, never mind. There it is. Okay, so I've now got a folder ready so that any time I can double click on that, it'll open that window, and I can look at the versions of the normal I've got there. Or better still, we can back up the normal template more simply and produce those dated backups. So as I say, you first have to create a backup folder, so in other words a folder called backup, which is inside here. So I've created that folder there, ready to use, and I run a macro called nt backup dated simple. You'll see why I've given it such a long name in a minute. And so there is the URL if you want to get it from my website. You can to avoid having to do that, if you just look up that on your web browser, then you'll be able to look inside to find NT backup dated simple. Okay, so what do we then do? Well, that's it. All you have to do is run the macro. Once you've installed that, I'll run it from the keystroke, but I normally do it on run it from the menu. So if we've got here, where are we? T backup simple. There we go. So if I run that, and then in my backup, I should have a more recent one. There it is. So that's the latest version of my macros. Well, that's just about it, but in case you're interested, why the long name? The original one I produced was NT Backup Dated, and so this new one is a simpler version. The dated one is useful because it not only saves the normal template, it also saves the VBA code, the actual code of the macros. So what I do for that is I open the I open the Visual Basic, Control A to select all, Control C to copy, close that down, and then run this macro. So I run it from here. If I do NT Backup Dated and I run that one, it takes a little longer because it creates a new Word file, pastes all those lovely macros into that Word file, and of course in my case that's a lot of macros, and then saves it, and that's it, it's done it, finished. So in here you've got yes, you've got the macros, yes, you've got the normal template. I've just created a new one slightly later than the one before, and then it's also saved this, which is a Word file, you can see there, and that Word file contains all the macros. So if I double click that, it takes a little while to load, of course, and there's the text of all my macros, all goodness knows how many hundred of them there are. Well, that's it. I hope you save yourself some time and effort by doing a regular backup. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye for now.